Welcome back to the news at 10. The All Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidate in Imo State, Emmanuel Iheanacho, has reiterated his commitments to create wealth for indigents of the state through his industrialization policies. Now, during his campaign tour to Oru West local government area, Owerri Mechanic Village and Ebu Ward, he promised to develop the state by establishing industries and factories that can be compared to the ones in China and other industrialized countries. He also promised to restore the visions and memories of the first civilian governor of Imo State, Sam Mbakwe, who established over 37 industries in the state within his 4 years in office.
Once again, the campaign train of Captain Emmanuel Iheanacho is on the road traversing the length and breadth of the state, wooing voters ahead of the forthcoming elections in the state. Arriving at Oru West local government area, it was like a carnival as thousands of supporters were on hand to receive him. Cultural dancers were also present to entertain the crowd.
Can you imagine a young man carrying the whole...
Excited by his presence, women dressed in colorful attires spread their wrappers on the floor as he walks to the podium. Before speaking, he's presented a live cock by elders of the zone as a symbol of blessing and endorsement. While addressing the crowd, he promises to create wealth through the establishment of factories across the state.
It is our job, when we take power by the grace of God on May the 29th, to create opportunities for everyone here. We are going to do it by bringing industries.
His campaign train also moved to the two mechanic villages at Nekedan Orji within Owerri metropolis, where he addresses the crowd of mechanics, promising to provide them with a conducive environment for automobile workshops in the state if he is elected governor.
Making sure that if there are special training in the manual injury for special...
It's less than 2 weeks to the general elections, and as political parties continue with their campaigns, the choice is left for the electorate to decide who will occupy the #1 seat in the state.
Relief appears to have come for the residents of Ikedu local government area of Imo State, southwest Nigeria, and that's because the Imo State government has responded to the community report aired on Channels Television on the collapse of the Onongara Bridge, which had been left in a bad state for over 30 years. In addition, the untarred road network in the area has also been rehabilitated. Our community report tonight takes a look at the situation in that area.
Now you're talking.
When this story on the plight to communities in Ikedu local government area of Imo State, southeast Nigeria, was aired on the 24th of December 2014, its intention was to ensure authorities wake up to their responsibilities. And it appears this aim has been achieved as the long abandoned and dilapidated Onongara Bridge, which was the focus of the earlier report, is now receiving attention. The state government has stepped in by constructing a new link bridge to reconnect communities who for over 30 years have been suffering the effect of the neglect, a move that has the traditional leader and residents filled with joy.
I'm happy about it, and I'm talking to the TC chairman and the governor to wake up and make sure that the bridge is completed. For donkey years ago, we are in darkness. We are the ancient town here, Avovo, and the other place is Owala, autonomous community. They went away from our own community, and we are in love with each other. The people here, they have been worried because no access road to meet them.
This particular bridge remains indelible in our heart. It's just like a mark that is never gone away from your body.
Apart from the bridge construction, untarred roads within the community have also been rehabilitated. The committee chairman of Ikedu local government area, who led the crew on an inspection tour, boldly assured on a time frame for its completion.
As for finishing the job, by Wednesday, people from here will start
moving with their bicycle, motorcycle, and their foot. And their feet. You understand what I mean? But you have to obey engineering regulations. It will take us about minimum of 21 days for heavy-duty machines and equipment to use the bridge.
What the authorities have done is commendable, but should leaders always wait until the last minute before acting? This is because the citizens may someday no longer tolerate the practice of procrastination and begin to demand instant action to fast-track development in the country.
Etisala, now you're talking.
First Bank. You first.
Hello and welcome to Business News. I'm Anne Nwawado. Nigeria's foreign reserves have dropped by $400 million and as at February the 2nd stands at $34.09 billion. This is according to the latest data from the Central Bank of Nigeria's website. As at January the 5th, the reserves stood at $34.49 billion and a year ago it was $42.77 billion. The central bank has continued to draw down on the reserves to protect the naira, and the reserves may take a further hit as the Apex Bank plans to a special dollar intervention in the Bureau de Change Forex segment of the market. And one of Nigeria's foremost underwriting companies, AIICO Insurance PLC, has secured a convertible loan of $20 million, which is 3.8 billion naira from the International Finance Corporation, IFC. AIICO plans to use the capital to fund its retail market and technology platforms to achieve greater efficiency in claims processing and customer services. Our correspondent, Temple Ashaju, reports.
AIICO's appetite to deepen insurance penetration, serve the country's vast retail market, create jobs, as well as develop new asset pool is on the way to being satisfied. At this official signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between AIICO Insurance PLC and the IFC, the chairman of the company, Chief Oladele Fajemirokun, says the loan will strengthen the company's operations.
This convertible loan will be used to increase our footprints across Nigeria by aggressively growing our agency network, retail centers, as well as strengthening our technology platform to improve our claims, processing, and customer services. Ultimately, we will endeavor to improve our overall operational efficiency and support the economic development and prosperity of Nigeria.
The IFC also speaks on its commitments to developing long-term partnerships and increasing insurance penetration.
So it goes without saying that a strong and efficient insurance sector with well-capitalized and dynamic players such as AIICO will underpin the growth and diversification of this economy.
The MOU is signed, signifying a major leap in AIICO's insurance operational efficiency is on.
It's a matter of technological expansion and the new idea of the world technology.
Retail is where the growth is, both in non-life insurance and life insurance. Technology, of course, is the bedrock or the underlying engine. When we look at this loan from IFC, we see a collaboration that can take us to the heights of where we intend to go.
There are a number of operators in this sector. It's a very dynamic sector, and there are a few operators that are really playing at the top of their game, so AIICO is one of those. So the opportunity for us with AIICO was to help them to really get to that next level.
With over 50 years of strong domestic presence, AIICO Insurance is one of the market's leaders in life assurance and annuity services, pension management, and asset management, among others, with operational offices spread across the country. The company is quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange as a penny stock, and capital market operators expect that after this capital injection, the equity's performance will improve. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Midweek activities at the Nigerian equities market ended upbeat as the positive rally continued for a third straight day. Bolaji Akinwale reports that the all-share index climbed by 2% to close at 30,617.96.
Thanks for staying with us for the stock market report. The positive rally continued at the equities market as the bulls held sway for a third straight day. Gains recorded by some market heavyweights pushed the all-share index up by 2% to end midweek session at 30,617.96 with a market capitalization of 10.19 trillion naira. With a 5 naira increase in share price, Dangote Cement led 28 other gainers, including Nigeria Brewers and UACN. On the flip side, investors shaved 3 naira 53 kobo off the share price of corn oil. Guinness and Presco also received the cold shoulder, shedding 1 naira 44 kobo and 1 naira 5 kobo respectively. Owando, FBN Holdings and UBA were the major contributors to market turnover. When the closing bell rang, investors had exchanged 466.04 million shares, valued at 4.75 billion naira in close to 5,000 deals. And that's on the stock market reports. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
Thank you very much, Bolaji. And that's it on Business News for tonight. First, let's take a quick look at the global market figures for today. The news at 10 continues shortly.
First Bank. You first.
Now, as political rallies continue days to the general elections, the People's Democratic Party has taken its campaign to Delta and Edo states, South Nigeria. Addressing the teeming crowd at the campaign venues, President Goodluck Jonathan promised the people that the states will receive more support from his government in all areas of the economy if voted in. Our correspondent Loretta Chogo reports.
It's not far from the usual here in Asaba, Delta State capital. The People's Democratic Party is again showcasing its determination to remain at the central government.
Will you vote for President Goodluck Jonathan?
The national chairman of the party is confident that Deltans are in support of the Jonathan and Sambo bid. This is corroborated by the PDP governorship flag bearer in Delta State.
And Deltas have spoken that this time every single vote in Delta State will be cast for Mr. President. Not be so, not talk. Not be so.
The president speaks after him, but in the common language in the Niger Delta. He promises to improve the maritime sector in the state, just as his wife woos the women and youth to cast their votes for the PDP.
Are we going to change from analog to analog? Now is digital. We are no more going to analog. We are moving to digital. We are already in digital, not analog. So we are not moving back at all. Analog is not our answer. So why are you telling us that there is change when you are telling us the time of Abacha, we have family support program. The time of Abu Salami, we have Rapa. The time of Obasanjo, they said that Nigeria women should form an NGO. Now you are telling us that the office of the First Lady should not exist again. That when you come into power, you will make sure that the office of the First Lady is abolished. That women should go back to their kitchen. Kitchen is not our portion.
For the Maritime University, the maritime sector now one area where they give job to plenty people. In those good days, people from Delta did all the ships, but after some time they didn't do it again to make better money because na dollar then go take pay you. Now we want to go back, train people from that maritime university. So all the ships where they come Nigeria, whether in America people get them or Australia people get them, India people get them, Delta boys and girls go there. Then go pay them for dollar. Then go make big money come chop life.
Music artists and members of the Nollywood are also throwing their weight behind the president and his vice for another term in office. They say the entertainment sector has had 100% improvement since the Jonathan administration kicked off. Earlier at the Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, the Edo State capital, the president promised to improve the standard of education far beyond what it is now.
As we talk today, is that we will move this country forward.
The campaign train continues till 24 hours before elections. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, West Ham United fined £70,000 for refusing to allow Senegalese striker Diafra Sakho play at the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations. That's on sports. Do join us again.